In today's video, I'm gonna be one of the first people to drive the all-new 2024 Toyota Tacoma. You guys are gonna find out my first impressions. We're gonna go over a lot of details. I'm gonna talk fuel mileage, and I'm gonna let you know how much this truck's gonna cost you. All right, folks, before we get into the nitty-gritty, let me lay it out straight for y'all. I'm not getting paid by Toyota to throw them flowers. Nope, I'm here because they flew me out along with some of the biggest media outlets so that we can come out here and give you guys our honest opinions and in a way be journalists and let you guys know what we feel and what we think about the all-new Tacoma. And honestly, I couldn't be more thankful and excited. Now, sure, I have a soft spot for the Toyota Tacoma, but it's my job and my duty to lay it out there, the good, the bad, and the ugly. So buckle up, fellas. We're going over everything I love and cannot stand on the all-new 2024 Toyota Tacoma. There weren't enough Tacomas for all the journalists, so they paired us up. I spotted Chloe at the event and we decided to team up. Now here's a sneak peek at our first impressions. You ready, right, Chloe?
I am ready, let's go.
I've been waiting for this moment for such a long time. Here it goes. How insane is this interior? Like,
this is quite the upgrade.
It's mind-blowing, and I can't believe this is gonna be our vehicle for the next couple years.
I know.
I'm stoked.
They made a lot of big positive improvements. I am excited.
Have you seen how massive this shift knob is?
I'm happy they actually like kept the shift knob instead of having those like buttons that's like park, drive, like reverse.
Now, I do wish that like engaging into four-wheel drive, four-wheel low, like I feel like as off-roaders, we like to feel it engage.
Oh yeah, that's true. But I'm happy they moved it from up here, where the climate control knob used to be, to down here.
And they made it a lot beefier,
oh,
right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Which I do like that, so. All right, you ready?
I am more than ready, let's go!
Let's go! See ya, Jeff. All right.
I already feel the suspension characteristics are
different. Yeah, it feels really nice off the lot.
It's quiet.
Let's hit this speed bump with a little speed. Let's see.
Yeah.
First impressions.
Oh, nice. It's not too bad.
Nice. It does feel a little bit like the, in a way, like the third gen one is stock.
Yeah.
A little bit softer.
Yeah, but keep in mind, guys, we're in a TRD Sport.
Yeah.
Not quite in the off-road yet.
Yeah. That's good point.
Yeah. It's still very reminiscent of the Gen 3, though. Like, as much as things have changed, I feel like you still feel like you're in a Tacoma, which I like.
That is a great point. It's like they kept the DNA, right?
Yes.
Intact. That is so true. You still feel like you're in a Tacoma, but it's so futuristic. I mean, look at these knobs. Look how big everything just got. It does feel bigger, don't you think?
Yeah, it's more spacious for sure. I mean, I never had a problem fitting in my own Tacoma, but this headroom is like a lot.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They definitely made it bigger for taller people.
I think seating position's a lot more comfortable too.
Oh, that's true. Did not take that into account. So what do you think about the TRD Sport? Who do you think would want a TRD Sport?
I think it's going to be great for people who do a lot of daily driving and want to have that spirited experience on road. That's what the suspension's tuned for. That's what this truck is built to do. It's still going to be super capable off-road, but I can already feel like this thing feels great.
Chloe, I got goosebumps.
You do? I do in my jacket
You were talking and I was like pushing it and I'm like, whoa, this feels really nice.
Does it feel responsive?
It feels, I'm gonna right now we're at a red light. I'm gonna step on it.
Yeah, step on it. See if it's got any lag.
Let's see. This is the moment of truth here. Like they're personalizing it with the colors. They're giving us a little bit more spice. They've been listening, Chloe.
Yeah. This is not something you would find on the interior of the previous generation.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Bringing the blue on the inside. It just it feels a lot more luxury, but you definitely still know like you're in a truck.
The steering wheel is so beefy. It's massive. It's like you're driving a truck, baby. Screen. All right, wait. Here it goes. Ready? Oh! Whoa!
Okay, that wasn't too bad. Wait, that.
Did you feel that?
Yeah, I felt that. I've never felt that in Tacoma before.
Did you? I think it was third gear.
Yeah.
It was like, woo.
Yeah, I felt that torque.
That was cool.
And
that
we
was
weren't
so
even in the
cool.
hybrid motor either.
The new Tacoma spices things up with 2 new powertrain options that not only amp up the power, but boost efficiency. The turbocharged iForce 2.4-liter engine produces 278 horsepower and 317 pound-foot of torque.
It's
right?
the same power figures as the V6 option in the 3rd gen, although we do have more torque, which is what I think we were feeling.
But that powertrain was different. Did you feel that? Like,
I felt that. I don't think I felt that in a Tacoma ever before.
Oh, yes! Yes, Chloe. The iForce Max Hybrid is a total showstopper, cranking out a whooping 326 horsepower and 465 pound-foot of torque. That's the most we've seen on any generation Tacoma. You're not getting that on the 2nd gen. You're not getting that on the 3rd gen. You're getting that on the 4th gen, baby. Before you guys start typing, yeah, but it's a 2.4-liter engine, you guys need to pay attention to what I just said. 326 horsepower and 465 pound-foot of torque. That's the most we've ever seen in any generation Tacoma. That's the most torque you'll find in a mid-size truck segment, period. Sure, I would have loved to have the V8 engine or get a diesel option like most Hiluxes get around the world. But let's be real, guys. Those days are over. All car manufacturers are getting rid of the V8. We ain't gonna get it. I've been driving this truck around and it feels really nice. The entire powertrain on this truck is just completely different than the 2nd and 3rd gen. You can feel it. It's not chasing gears. The power is there, and you guys are gonna feel it once you guys get to test drive it. Going back to the gauge cluster, I was really nervous because sometimes they'll give you some whack looking thing that you cannot really customize and change. That would be cool if we can do a mod that we can fully change the colors and make it truly ours.
Yeah.
You know? That would be really cool. Hopefully we can get there. I think we are with a lot of vehicles. But this one is not bad at all. It looks very sporty, really nice, and they kept it very simple.
Absolutely.
I like it. I like it a lot. This truck has 120 miles, by the way. But that for a Toyota is nothing.
I know.
Yeah, this truck can rip it. Let me make sure.
Oh my gosh.
This is insane.
Wow. I like that it doesn't, like, the front end doesn't nosedive that heavily when you're braking. Did you notice that? It was a nice, I know you weren't, like, braking super, super hard, but it wasn't a huge...
It doesn't jank you.
Yeah.
Another thing I noticed, Chloe, and I cannot wait for you to drive it, the steering.
Yeah.
It's like, there's no resistance. It's so light. Ride quality, people are gonna love this.
This thing punches. That's crazy.
I love how they took this from the aftermarket scene, the TRD red push to start button.
Yes. And I love that it's up there now. It's very distinct.
Yeah.
You know you're in a TRD for sure. Like the second you step in, there's a lot of TRD badging all throughout.
Now, a lot of guys out there think that we're getting paid by Toyota to sprinkle them flowers and all this stuff. We're not, by the way, guys.
We're just true enthusiasts.
Yeah.
Like, I just can't contain my excitement.
It is. I've been working with Tacomas for 11 years. For me, this is a very big moment.
Absolutely. I can say the same thing. I daily drive my truck. I also
You're super passionate about the Tacoma as well. Like, are you ready?
Yeah.
You heard that little
whistle?
I heard
that. Yeah.
Okay, wait.
I wonder if that's turbo.
Did you see that?
This thing, like,
whoa!
It moves.
They warned us that this trail is gonna be fun. Trail, I say trail, the road that they gave us. Oh, this is only the beginning, Chloe.
I know. I can't wait till we do that off-road course.
That's gonna be so awesome. All right, here we go. The powertrain is 100% completely different.
Yeah. Quite a different feeling.
And I just felt what you said about the braking.
Yeah.
It doesn't nosedive.
Doesn't nosedive. Nice and controlled.
Maybe that has to do with the rear rotors.
Good point.
Right?
We do have bigger brakes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we've got, finally.
Rear rotors, baby.
Exactly.
Yes.
Gone are the drums. Thank
Yes.
God.
So right now, guys, we're actually headed to checkpoint A, and that's where I'm going to be switching. Chloe's going to take the wheel, and she's going to be able to give you guys her feedback on how this truck drives. Oh, we're getting to some... Oh, this looks so much fun.
Oh,
look
wait,
at this.
we're going up.
Oh, my God, look at this. This is like... You got to be on this trail.
Yeah. Dude, I don't know if I'm going to drive as spirited as you. I'm going to drive like a grandma, but it's nice feeling you push around these corners. I like right there. It's perfect handling.
Just right off the turn.
Yeah.
It just... Woof. Oh, guys, you have no idea what's coming for you. Like, I am so stoked. I almost feel bad that we're not, like, let's talk about some bad things. Is there something you don't like about it?
Right now?
Yeah, we've known about it for a while now. Is there something that turned you off? For example,
sure.
2.4 liter engine.
Yeah.
Does that turn you off now that you've driven it?
Definitely not that I've driven it now or I've sat in it for now. I know it's a thing that people had concerns about, turbocharged 4-cylinder, specifically reliability. It's obviously going to be very difficult to test reliability, you know, because these barely just come out. But they put that motor in a lot of other vehicles, so I feel like they've tested it. I've talked to the lead engineer. He says they put this, you know, that motor on the dyno for 150,000 plus miles and maxed out the RPM. So I have pretty high confidence in the reliability, but power, like, no concerns at all. Like, this thing punches.
One of the biggest concerns that I had is the 4th gen going to be chasing the 6th gear like the 3rd gens do?
This is a good point, and this is the perfect place to test it.
And so far, this truck just wants more. Like, we're going uphill, and it wants more. It can give me more. And it's not chasing that gear. Ooh, you hear the tires squeaking? Am I getting you nervous, Chloe? As you may have noticed, I had to trim down the video of our reaction to keep it from being a 2-hour marathon. Toyota's drive day was jam-packed with exciting activities, and in this video, I'm showing you the highlights. If you're hungry for the full experience of each activity, make sure to hit that subscribe button. I'll be dropping the uncut version individually on our channel. Now on with the video. Oh my God.
Yeah, it's not gear hunting.
They told us we were gonna get jerked around.
Oh yeah.
Are you dizzy? Let me know
lying.
if you're dizzy and you need me to stop.
I might need a puke break after this.
It's night and day. Like, so a lot of people thought that, oh, okay, this is just a facelift. They just changed the interior. Cool, Toyota. Guys, it's not. This is a 100% change.
Yeah, redesign from the ground up, truly. Like, starting with a platform, on a completely different platform, shared with the Tundra, Land Cruiser, LX600.
You won't be able to convert a 2nd or 3rd gen into a 4th gen because nothing will fit. Obviously, there's guys out there that are wild and could potentially do something wild, but it won't be as easy as it was with the 2nd and 3rd gen, where you would remove a 2nd gen fender and then add a 3rd gen, and you had a 3rd gen Tacoma, right? So this is all 100% different.
Yeah.
It's a restart.
New suspension. It'll be interesting to see some of the numbers on that. I know I keep geeking out about suspension, but I noticed that the lower shock now mounts completely through the lower control arm. So I don't know if the shocks are a little bit longer, but you know, in the off-road, I'm excited to test out the sway bar disconnect. Man, you are really taking it around this. I love it. This is fun. I gotta drive with you more often.
We have made it to checkpoint A.
Oh, I saw a Toyota sign.
this is where we're gonna be switching.
Okay.
And now,
Um,
it's Chloe's turn.
I'm nervous, but it's excitement nervous.
Oh,
I don't think I'm gonna push it around those corners quite like you are, so I'm happy that we had a spirited driver like you. I think I'm gonna be gentle with it, but I'm so excited.
Let's do it.
Let's do
I
it.
can't wait.
Oh my gosh.
I don't want to stop driving it.
I know. I might have you. Yeah. I'm
All right.
You gotta give me a second to do all my.
To adjust all the seats.
Oh man.
So guys, this remote will be standard across all grades, which is awesome. So everyone gets a remote start. Really, really cool. Man, that AC is powerful. We're in the lowest. We're in the lowest setting, and it's going.
It feels good. Okay.
I'll wreck it now.
Oh, you're right. The steering feels.
Right. You see how soft it feels.
Yeah. Wow, it's very interesting.
Well, it's electronic steering.
Wow. Yeah, this feels. It's like different, but the same at the same time. I already feel, again, suspension characteristics completely different. That rear end is not as stiff as my truck.
Did you hear that?
Was that the turbo?
I think so. Imagine when are we gonna have blowout valves, right? Are we gonna, what sort of aftermarket turbo are we gonna get, right? There's so much potential to this truck.
Yeah. That
it blows me away. It's like, and we're probably gonna be with this truck for another, 8 to 10 years?
Yeah.
Before
at
Toyota.
least, I think.
One really cool, interesting thing, guys, when I was talking to Toyota's engineers, because we went to Hawaii and I had a chance to have breakfast, lunch, and dinner with them. And I was geeking out with them. They're just as passionate as we are when it comes to the Toyota Tacoma. These guys live, Tacoma. They love it. And one of the things that they told me was that they started working on this truck since 2018. They started listening. They started developing the vehicle, right? And they started taking direction for it. And it's crazy to see they've been working on it for that long. They're probably going to start working on the 5th gen, in the next couple of years real soon.
Yeah.
Wow, look how big that screen is. That's the one thing that I love. A lot of people hate, oh my God, why did you put an iPad there? It's like, why would you not want an iPad there? You have your control panel. It's like a spaceship, right? You have a control panel and you can, it's so easy to touch all the buttons. You have your map, massive. I love it.
I'm a fan of the big screen as well. Like personally, they have a 10-inch option, right?
8.
And then or 8-inch option.
Yeah, 8-inch option, which is standard, and then the upgraded version is the 14.
14. Yeah.
Which you've rocked the Stinger.
Yeah,
right,
I love
on the 3rd
Stinger.
gen. 10 inches big.
Yes.
And now we get 14 inches.
Yeah, especially because the previous gen was when I measured it, I think it was 7 inches, and that was across almost every single model. So I feel like, I don't know, I'm a fan of the bigger screen. With more cameras, you want to have a bigger screen. So this is something that supports that, I think, much, much better.
For off-roading, that's going to be amazing. So it's got a Toyota Audio multimedia touchscreen with 6-speaker JBL audio system, wireless Apple CarPlay, and Android Auto. So, you ready for some tunes?
I'm ready for the music.
All right, let's test out this JBL audio system. Yeah. Man, that's got some bass.
It does. The highs are pretty good too.
Yeah. What do you think?
First of all, very, very much improved over the previous generation. Obviously, that's where I'm mostly coming from. Daily driving that thing. Highs are highs. There's quite a bit of bass too.
The bass. That's the thing that I took from it.
Yeah.
What a nice bass on the JBL.
Yeah.
That's what I really was like, nice. I'm a bass guy.
Yeah.
I like it.
Oh yeah. I think I heard Sheldon, the lead engineer, say that some of these trucks had active noise cancellation. It is a lot more quiet. And again, I want to point out we are on the stock tires, so we're not on, some crazy mud terrain or all-terrain ELO rated tire. But
that is huge.
I like that, especially for the on-road experience. If you like, the sport, I think that's going to be huge.
Yeah, that's a great point though, Chloe. When we upgrade to 35-inch tires and we add all the mods, things start to get noisy, right? And that's one of the opportunity costs that we kind of lose. You're good.
Okay.
And it's going to be interesting to see how this performs when we do add the 35-inch tires or go big with all the upgrades, right?
Oh yeah, this thing goes.
Wow, Chloe, you just freaked me out going through that turn. I was like, whoa.
I know. I gotta test the suspension. Gotta see how tight the turns are. See how good this thing accelerates. Oh, okay. Here's the ranch. Oh, that was easy.
We made it to the ranch. So guys, we've made it to the ranch, and now we get to test the TRD off-road through an awesome terrain course that they've built for us, and I cannot wait. We're gonna get to test the sway bar disconnect, and it's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, MTS, multi-terrain view as well.
There they are, Chloe. Oh, and the entire chassis is just there. They've removed the body. Oh my God.
Oh wait, they have the TNGA
so sick.
F?
They have both, so you can see the difference.
So excited.
All right, we've made it.
Oh
this
my
is
gosh.
where we get to say goodbye. I think
I
we might split up. If we have to do a group runs, I would love to do it with you again.
Likewise, appreciate it.
Thank
Fun
you.
driving the Tacoma the first time with the one and only Mateo from TacomaBeast.
And guys, make sure to check out Chloe on YouTube. We're both gonna be doing our honest review on the all-new Tacoma. She's gonna do her version. I'm gonna do mine. So make sure to go check out hers, check out mine, and get your feel and your opinion on what you guys think about this truck.
Absolutely. What an honor it was to be with you. Thank you.
Hey, it was an honor, Chloe. Let's do it. All right, guys, so we just got to the course for the TRD off-road. But before we continue, I want to show you guys, because they have the complete chassis for the new TNGA F global platform, which is going to be on the 2024 Toyota Tacoma. And they have the old 3rd-gen chassis here as well. We're going to be able to compare them and show you guys how this truck is 100% different. All right, guys, I'm here with Winston. Winston, what are the major changes? Let's walk from the front and make our way all the way to the back.
So this is all new from the ground up for the 2024 Tacoma. Starting with the front end, we've really focused on keeping this front overhang short. So we've got great approach angles for off-roading. The suspension is all new for this generation of Tacoma. This specific vehicle here is mocked up at the front with the TRD Pro front suspension with our Fox shocks. Of course, the brand new 2.4 liter turbo engine.
Is that the hybrid?
No, this is the gas engine right here on this mock-up right here. I'm moving down the frame itself. This is versus the old vehicle, this is a fully boxed in closed section frame. Using some of our really cool technology, we actually have laser tailored blanks. So really this helps us put the strength and durability where you need it in the frame. So it's not a constant section of steel the whole way through. It varies so we can put strength where we need it.
That's amazing.
It's super cool. On the rear of the vehicle, we have our multi-link rear suspension. This is mocked up as with the TRD off-road suspension. You can see the Bilstein absorbers here. Some really cool features here. And then moving down the back, we have the available steel bumper from our partner ARB from Australia. We also have the rear recovery points, which are an option on here, and then also available on the Trail Hunter over there. And then one of my personal favorites, on the rear of the frame, we have a built-in high lift jack point. So really, if you get into that sticky situation and you just get out, it's ready to roll. It's all right there. So there are a few of my favorite features on the 2024 frame. Of course, with the TRD off-road, you get the Bilstein shocks. With the Pro, you get the Fox shocks, and then also in here, right in here is where you can fit the hydro jounce bumpers as well. The TRD off-road comes with the urethane jounce bumpers, which are super good to absorb the big impacts.
Sweet, man. Thanks for making it happen.
No problem, thank you.
All right, guys, now I'm here with Craig, and we're gonna talk about the powertrain.
It's exactly my specialty, so I'm good there.
He's the man that we have to thank for not chasing gears. I had a chance to drive the truck, and dude, tell me, what are the differences between the old transmission on the 3rd gen versus the now new 2024?
So our outgoing Tacoma, right, we have the 3.5 V6 engine with the 6-speed transmission, right? Good bulletproof powertrain. But we heard our customers say, right, it could never find the right gear.
It was
right?
always chasing that sixth gear.
Right, sixth gear, fifth gear. You get into the gas pedal and it downshifts, right? It never was in the right gear at the right time, and that felt like it was a little bit underpowered, right? We heard you, and so we spent a lot of time on this new powertrain, making sure that what we call the drivability, or how easy it is to drive, so you don't have that busy shift, that hunting, is improved. So right here we have our 4-cylinder turbocharged engine. We call it the iForce engine. It makes 278 horsepower and 317 pound-feet of torque, which is awesome because it makes all that torque at 1700 RPM. So that's really low. Where our outgoing engine, the V6, made the torque much higher RPMs. Right?
I felt that. I think it was either third gear or fourth where I legit felt how the truck pulled me in.
Oh, it pulled. Yeah, it pulled. So you get all that torque, really low RPM, and we control the transmission so that you're in the right gear at the right time, and you're holding that RPM on. If you're cruising on the highway, it's around 1500 RPM or so. So you're right there, right before max torque, and when you get in the pedal, you get all that torque immediately.
And I felt it, man.
So that's great. That pulls, right? But then to match that engine torque, we have to control the transmission. So we spent a lot of time, like I said, tuning the transmission calibration so that you're in the right gear. We look at all kinds of inputs, from your vehicle speed to your gas pedal to the angle of your vehicle, your steering wheel, the temperature of everything. We're looking at all those things to say, what's the driver actually, what's the vehicle, are you cornering? If you're cornering and you pull the gas pedal off, we don't upshift, right? In the old truck, you would get an upshift quickly, and then when you get back into the gas pedal, when you're coming out of the corner, you'd have to downshift again. In this truck, you let off the gas pedal, the transmission gear holds. So we know that, oh, you're going around a corner, you're gonna get back into the gas pedal. Don't upshift, because then you're gonna need a downshift. So we hold the gear, so you're in the right gear at the right time. And we're really trying to keep that, operating the engine at that really sweet spot where you get all the torque, but you're keeping the RPMs low, so you get great fuel economy as well.
Dude, I felt it coming off the corners.
Yeah.
I was like, my God, the truck is there, you know, and it is.
It feels great, and it really goes well with the new frame, with the suspension. The truck really handles well. It all feels put together.
That's amazing, man.
And in different trims, we have different noise and vibration packages. So in our base vehicle, our SR, you might be able to hear it a little bit more. In our manual transmissions, we actually didn't put any extra noise packaging there, so you can actually hear the turbo a little bit more in the manual, because when you're driving around, people who drive manuals like to hear their engine a little bit, right? You shift by sound.
And you want to hear it.
And so you're able to do that. And then when you go up to maybe the limited grade, we have more noise canceling, technology that's making it more quiet. So you can hear that noise in different trims, but it's always there. Yeah, so this here is, again, our V6 engine with our 6-speed transmission. So the 6-speed transmission's here to here. And then this back here is your transfer case, right? So this is your 4-wheel drive activation. So typically you'd have a propeller shaft coming out to the back to your rear diff, then you'd have one from here coming up to your front diff. So that's what this block here is. If we go over here, this is actually a 2-wheel drive application. So we have our new 8-speed transmissions here to here. If you do get this in 4-wheel drive, same thing. You'd have your transfer case right here that would allow you to connect to your front diff. But this is just a 2-wheel drive.
Craig, you are the man. Thank you so much for making it happen. See you on the
You're
next
welcome.
one.
Enjoy.
Guys, it's happening. I'm about to drive the TRD off-road in the course that Toyota built for us. Chloe just finished doing it. How was that?
It was insane. This truck is insanely capable. And the course it's pretty difficult.
Yeah?
It handled it with no problem.
Oh, I can't wait.
I'm excited for you.
Let's
I'm
do
gonna
it.
hop out so you can
My
get
turn. All right, fellas, this is it. I'm here with Matt.
Matt, yep.
And Chloe's actually in the back. Dude, I've been waiting for this moment for so long. Power is it's there.
Yeah, that's been a big plus with this. Like, there's so much torque available down low that it's just, and there's no lag.
No lag.
Yeah. Slow down just a tiny little bit. Again, new vehicle. They like to change change layouts a little bit. It is a pretty simple setup when you actually look at it. What we have here is, we have our sway bar disconnect, we have our rear locker, we have our cameras. The lower, we have 2 dials here. The lower one is transfer case. So you can see there's a little release here.
Okay.
So if we want to go in 2-wheel drive, we just turn it clockwise. But we want to go into 4-low right now, so we'll just go typical Toyota and pretty much every other brand. Drop into neutral. click over.
Cool.
You'll see it up on the dash there. It's a super fast switch over, and now we're in low range. For any of these up here, so our downhill assist control, crawl, drive mode, MTS, all of those are controlled with this upper dial. So if we want to adjust our traction control settings, engage that. We'll actually bring it back on. It's going to bring up here, and then we can cycle through, you know, the different modes. We have that option in high range or low range.
That is so cool, man.
So it's going to change a couple of the features. And again, really what it's doing is just controlling how the traction control engages and how aggressive it is. Again, it's just
wow. We now have like a
thing.
sport mode
Yeah.
in 2 high
And 4
and
high.
and 4 high. Man, I love how the knob feels. It's
Yeah.
very.
It's really, really positive engagement.
Yeah.
Again, kind of think about this. So MTS is your traction control. It's working all 4 corners all the time. When you go into crawl control, you still have all of those same traction control features. You just now have the vehicle doing all the accelerating and braking for you. So it just takes another layer of control, and we'll play around with it up here in a few minutes when we're ready to kind of move on. And we also have the ability with crawl control to override at any time we want. So if we don't like what we're getting ourselves into, bring foot on the brake, it'll stop it. As soon as you bring your foot back off, it'll start up again. Same for throttle. Give it gas, you can go faster than what your set speed is. The moment you bring your foot back off, it's going to brake you right back down to that set speed.
Okay.
Yeah, whenever you're ready, let's do it.
Just let go.
Well,
So.
steering wheel still, but.
Oh, okay.
Skies.
Oh, look at this. So this is something I wanna tell the viewers. So right now, this is a problem that we have with Tacomas. The front end is so long that in a situation like this, I can't see anything. And I feel really low right now. The hood is in the way, but I have the camera right in front that I can just simply look at and know exactly where I'm going.
Yep, so let's slow down just a little bit here.
Oh my, we're gonna go over that?
Yep, so steer to the left. There you go. Just like that. Perfect. Now back to the right. Feet off the pedals. Now here's the part where you have to trust it. Completely off the gas, completely off the brake.
This is insane.
There you go.
Guys, my foot is off the accelerator. And it's just doing its thing. Wow. That is cheating.
Yeah, it's nice. Yeah, we don't necessarily want to go as slow as it's going to default to.
Yeah.
So yeah, just turn the dial up just a little bit.
This one?
Yeah, just turn it clockwise. There you go. It's bringing the speed up. Bring it up to 4 or 5. Again, you can feel it's
yeah, like whoosh,
it's
engaging.
instant feedback. Yeah, and same for if you want to slow it down, you just pull it right back down. It's going to slow you right back down.
It's so robotic the way it like engages, right? Like
Yeah, it's super fast.
like in the sound that it does.
Yeah.
It's wild. Oh, that's fast. Oh man, this is gonna be awesome for a lot of people.
Yeah.
I like to actually feel the truck, like
Yeah.
use my feet and kind of like that's the fun of it, right? Kind of like the challenge. But for a lot of people out there, I think it's gonna be really cool. Even for me, when I get in a sticky situation, just be like, let's see if the truck can take over,
Yeah.
One of the things that's going to be huge for us off-roaders is the all-new sway bar disconnect system, which I actually had the chance to test out, and you guys, my friends, are going to love it. Take a look at my initial reaction.
We'll run the first section, first half of it, without with the sway bar connected, and then we'll run the second half, with a disconnect.
Sweet, let's do it.
to-
Look at this. Oh, this is an awesome course, guys.
And stop right here.
Cool.
And let's go ahead and disconnect that sway bar.
All right, disconnecting sway bar.
You see the light right there. It's flashing, locked in place, and good to go. So that front sway bar is completely disconnected.
Oh, wow. Super smooth.
Noticeably more travel.
As soon as I actually felt the sway bar disconnect and the truck started rolling, I was able to feel the flex just completely change. I mean, for those of you that have disconnected your sway bars and you guys have removed it, you've felt it, right? Immediately you swerve to the left, to the right, and you get that body roll. you're able to get a lot more flex out of the vehicle, and now you're able to do that with just a push of a button. Can I disconnect crawl while I'm driving?
Yeah.
Let's try it.
Anytime you want.
Cool.
So, like, say for instance now, let's hold it like 4 miles per hour, just for a second, just to kind of show you. Boom, you can engage it. See how it engaged at 3? That's approximately how fast you were going.
Oh, it matches the speed.
If you were going 7 or 8, it would show, it would bring the speed up to its max available speed there. It's not going to have to slam on the brakes and make you stop, but it is going to return to that speed the moment that you come off the throttle.
That is so cool. Wow.
Next little section up here, as we come up to this, you can see the tire marks going up the side.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and get it up on the side there.
Really?
Yeah. So we'll just bring it up on a little side hill here. We'll probably get to about 25 degrees right here.
So for this obstacle, guys, the video sucks at showing the intensity of the pitch and roll. It felt wild as we were crossing it, and I was surprised to see the roll capability of the new Tacoma.
Good.
Let me know if I get too aggressive.
No, you're fine. You might get a little bit of slip because it is starting to get kind of mucky, but no worries either way.
Dude, this feels so gnarly. I'm good, right?
Yeah, you're good.
Dude, this is insane.
There you go. Again, the key with really pretty much all off-roading is just nice and smooth.
Guys, that was wild. That felt insane. Dude, one thing that I love is that the same way, you know, you do when you want to park like in reverse, you have the lines, you have the tire lines, right?
Yeah.
And you have that going forward. So I knew exactly where, by steering, I knew exactly where to position the vehicle in that gnarly section.
Yeah, and these are actually really well lined up with where the tires are actually tracking. And we'll get probably about 25 degrees on this one. And then as we go through the next one, we'll probably pull about 30 out of it. So we can see the inclinometer right here. We're closing in on 30.
Man, that inclinometer is sweet. Oh, you guys felt it slip, right?
Just a little bit to the right. Let's go ahead and stop for just a second. So it's definitely getting really, really mucky. So I want you to steer to the right just a little bit.
To the right.
Yeah, so just like that. Now very, very gentle throttle. I want you to give it a little bit of gas. There you go. A little more. Just hold it just like that. Keep it going. Steer that way. There you go. You got the last row.
Yeah. That was insane, guys. I wish you would have seen. We were on our side, and there was a cliff on the other side. Man, that was nuts.
All right, so the trail is starting to get pretty mucky. Just to give you guys a run or just a rundown, the ditches are a no-go from here on out for a while.
We almost flipped.
Out of control.
Now let's talk about fuel mileage. Find out how much this truck is going to consume. If you take a look at the screen, you will see the fuel consumption for all grades, and one thing we can notice is we will now be able to enjoy up to 26 miles per gallon on highway. Each model is different, so feel free to pause the screen and let me know what you guys think. Please take note, this is for gas models only. Hybrid stats will be available in spring of 2024. Regarding MSRP, the Tacoma will start just over $31,000 for gas models, and will start to get delivered to dealers in December 2024. That's a great starting point. I mean, if you adjust for inflation, I think the Tacoma is priced extremely well. They're great vehicles. They don't lose their value. We all love them so much that the demand is there. What's gonna be interesting, seeing what dealers do to them, right? And how much they mark them up. And I wish we can get rid of that dealership program. Just go straight to the factory. Unfortunately, because of franchise laws, that's just not going to happen. If you're able to wait or put your order in on one of these and just wait until they come out, I'm telling you, this is one heck of a vehicle. Now let's go over some things that I really do not like about this truck and things that I wish they had done differently. I really wish they would have cleaned up the engine bay a little bit. Kind of like we have them on the second and third gens. They at least have a plastic cover plate up top. If you look at the engine bay, it's a little bit messy. There's a lot of cables everywhere, and I just wish that it looked a little bit more appealing. The messy engine was something that really bothered me, to the point where at dinner I asked engineers why they did not clean it up or at least give us an engine cover. In their defense, the response made sense. If they had kept the engine cover to make the engine bay look nice, they would not have been able to add the sound dampening cover on the hood of the new Tacoma, preventing road and engine noise from entering the cab. Let me know what you guys think. Would you rather have sound dampening or a clean engine bay? I don't like how certain models have that front air dam deflector. That's one thing I'm 100% going to be removing. I think it's 6 or 9 bolts that need to be removed. Yes, I'm going to sacrifice a little bit of fuel efficiency, but the truck is going to look perfect without it. Now there's a couple of exhaust options. You have the TRD Pro with the dual exhaust tip. Then you have the Trail Hunter that has an exhaust dump. Very hard to see. You really have to get underneath the vehicle to see it. And then you have the exhaust that come on the other grade models, which in my opinion, it was a little bit too beefy. That was the first one that I saw, and I was like, oh man, we're getting that massive thing. Then I spoke with Toyota and they said, hey, you know, this is only one of the options that you get. You can get fancy with the TRD Pro, or you can, you know, opt out for the Trail Hunter if that's a model that you want, and you can get the exhaust dump that it has. Since I'm first going to be getting the TRD off-road, I'm for sure going to have to cut that exhaust, because I believe that is one of the exhausts that comes with that model. And the recovery points on the rear bumper really take away from the aesthetics. I like it that we have recovery points, but I don't really like it that they show. I wish we could have hidden them maybe underneath the bumper or somewhere where we could have not seen them. And finally, I wish we had an actual e-brake. I can't stand how all the new cars come with this button to engage the e-brake. Call me old school, but I liked using the handle before stepping out. Toyota will have more information for us regarding the iForce Max hybrid Tacomas, and specifically Trail Hunter and TRD Pro models in spring of 2024. In summary, I'm stoked on the 4th gen Tacoma. I was getting ready to criticize all of it, but I could not be more happy with the way it came out. I was honestly really worried about the powertrain, and thankfully that is no longer going to be an issue. When you get inside one of these new 4th gen Tacomas, you will see that Toyota has been listening to us since 2018. Back in the day, I owned a 2nd gen Tacoma, and it was challenging for me to move on to the 3rd gen, mostly because I had fallen for my 2nd gen Tacoma. I found every excuse in the book not to upgrade, but after a few years, I fell for the 3rd gen. I feel like this is happening to many of you 3rd gen owners out there, and it's okay. The launch of the new Tacoma does not mean you have to upgrade. Whether you have a 1st, 2nd, or 3rd gen, you're good. Toyota has built us a solid truck. The 4th gen is the start of a new era, a new beginning, and I'm stoked for everyone that's going to be able to be a part of it. And it's safe to say, since 1995, the Toyota Tacoma has been dominating the mid-size truck segment, holding its ground as the undisputed champion for 18 years. While other automakers might have backed out at some point in time, Toyota remains true in delivering the truck we have all come to love. And the best part, they are still killing it. Tacoma is not just a truck, it's a history-making machine, leaving competitors in the dust-covered pages of the past. It survived the economic downturn, the pandemic, and Instagram. And it has done this by one simple philosophy: listening to the spontaneous adventure. With this vehicle, they have allowed us to be darefull. That's what we have done, and that's what we're going to continue to do. All right, fellas, that about wraps it up for this video. If you guys enjoyed my review on the 2024 Toyota Tacoma, give this video a like. If you guys want to see more, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.